So we've got an example to kind of explain the sequence of return risk, if you will. So you've got $1 million and you're pulling out $50,000 a year. Let's assume a 3% inflation rate. Okay, so in this example, essentially we have two different scenarios, and in both cases you're generally earning about 7.5%. But in each case, you have 3 years that are lower. You have 1 year that's minus 10%, 1 year that's 5%, 1 year that's flat, 0. So in the first example, the lower markets are right up front, and in the second example, the lower markets are at the end of this 30-year period. And if you look at what happens to the results, and it's not too much of a mystery, if you have a poor market when you first retire, it puts a lot more stress on your portfolio. And in this very simple example, you run out of money right after year 20. Right? And in the second example, where you're chugging along with a 7.5% return, and you just have a couple bad years at the end, then you still have plenty of money. Now, of course, Joe, in reality, this never happens. It bounces all over the place, but it just illustrates why the rate of return, how it's going to potentially affect your portfolio.
Right. I guess maybe a better example would have been, some years you're getting 7%, 8%, 12%, the negative 10%, and so on. And then over that time period, let's say you average 7.5% over a 25-year time period. Right. And then the other one has rates of return all over the place too. But you have a bear market, closer to your retirement date versus a bull market. If you have a bear market closer to your retirement date, and then you start taking dollars out and you're taking monies out, of your portfolio in a down market in the beginning, as you can see on the chart, the yellow, right? That's a bear market in the beginning of your retirement, and the blue is a bull market in the beginning of your retirement. So it's the sequence of return. So this is why, just stress testing it. If the markets drop 20, 30%, what's my plan? What's my strategy? Do I have to revise my plan? And I think a lot of people don't necessarily do that. That's good and bad though, right? We don't want you to be changing strategy every single year. I mean, that would be a disaster. But find the right strategy and then understand what plan A, plan B, plan C is going to be, and then when do you implement those subset plans? Because most people will have to revise their plan or it's going to catch up to them.
So if you look at our first example, we've revised it a little bit. Maybe spending is reduced just a little bit, maybe about $5,000. So now we're spending $85,000, and we were able either to delay Social Security to get more income, or work part-time, or maybe a combination. So now we have more fixed income. Now the shortfall is $35,000, and now our distribution rate is 3.5%. Again, it's no guarantee, but this is a much more likely scenario to succeed in almost all types of markets and almost all types of situations.
Yeah, without question, it's looking at, all right, well, what tweaks do you have to make, and then making sure that you're tweaking with it. So here's the special offer this week, which I hope a lot of you take advantage of. We're going to stress test your overall game plan. Right here at Your Money, Your Wealth. All you got to do is go to yourmoneyyourwealth.com, click on that special offer, and if you want our help just to stress test it, take a look, hey, given certain scenarios, if the market drops, if the market goes up, how much money are you spending? How much can you continue to spend? What are some different ideas to make your money stretch a little bit further? Are you in the right portfolio or are you in the wrong portfolio given what your goals are? What is the tax situation? Is there some ideas that we can do around that? So take advantage of this. It's all yours for free. There's nothing could go wrong, right? If you stress test it, go to yourmoneyyourwealth.com, click on that special offer.